It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Okay, here we go. I'm sitting down here in my shop. It is, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. It was Independence Day, July 4th. Now it's the 5th, of course. I hope you guys had a very happy and safe July 4th. I know I had fun. Got some work done in the shop, and my wife went swimming at her friend's house. I don't swim. Nope, don't swim. I know how. I just don't like swimming. So while she was swimming, I got my shop work done. She came home, and we spent like way too much money on fireworks, and we spent the evening blowing stuff up, which is one of my favorite things to do. Have you ever seen some of my other videos? But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about actually one more thing about the fireworks thing. I have two dogs, as I've mentioned before. I have Gracie and Daisy. They're both asleep too, so I'm up all by myself, and I don't care about the mustache. I don't care about the beard. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. This is what you get. So I hope you stick around and listen to the video. But my dog, Grace especially. My dogs are weird. They are not afraid of fireworks. Gracie loves fireworks. She loves to sit there next to me, and I'll light a firework and I'll throw it, and a firecracker, I'll throw it, and she watches it, and she'd go after it if she could get past the balcony. But she loves fireworks, and so does Daisy. And Daisy's she's only about a year and a half old. I'm lucky enough to have dogs that don't care. Let me show you real quick, and then we'll get into the video. I know. It's my dogs. I love my dogs. Check this out. Want to light the firework? You want to do another one? Want to do another one? Want to do another one? Okay. I know that's just a quick video. I just think it's amazing that she doesn't freak out whenever I let off fireworks. She's right there next to me when we're doing the ground fireworks, and she doesn't go after them. She just sits there and she watches them. She honestly enjoys it. Same with Daisy. It doesn't bother them. So I'm lucky. I mean, I know some dogs can't stand fireworks. But yeah, my dog likes them. Anyway, into the video. Tonight we're going to compare the three Oculus Quests, 1, 2, and 3. Now, as you can see over here, about a year ago, I did a comparison between the 1 and the 2. And so I'm going to skip over that. If you want to check out the video, go back about a year and it's there. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. I always forget that, so probably won't, but it's there. And that's where I compare the Oculus 1 and the Oculus 2. I'm not going to bother doing any gameplay tonight. I'm going to try to make this a short video. I have watched a few other people do their reviews on the Oculus Quest 3. Should I buy it? Is it worth it? The Quest 2 is still available. You can buy that for a cheaper price. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not going to climb it. I'm not going to be able to speak tonight. Hey, keep in mind, you saw the intro. Yeah, I'm about a case in right now. I'm not going to do a bunch of gameplay, and I'm not going to climb up its butt with a microscope. I really like that saying. Someday I'll learn how to say it properly. What we are going to talk about is the difference between the Oculus 2 and the Oculus 3 that I saw as a person, Gen X, 56 years old. I'm trying to reach a crowd that is my age. It doesn't matter about the technicalities and the specifics, and we don't care about that. We just want to have fun, play games. I mean, am I wrong? So this is not going to be a super technical video. So let's just get rid of that Oculus 1 right now. We're probably not even going to talk about it. Okay, originally I bought an Oculus Quest, just the very first one. And that's when the Oculus Quest 2 was out. But I bought the first one because it was cheaper, and I wanted to see if I'd like it. I'm not a big gamer. I don't play games all the time. But when I have some spare time, I like to mess around and play games. I like bowling games, first-person shooters, golf games. There's even a pool game, but I didn't have that on the Oculus, the very first Oculus. But I got the Oculus anyway, and I played a few games. Beat Saber was one of them, and I'm more into the golf games, the bowling games, old guy stuff. And it was nice. It was fun. I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. I had a few things I didn't like about it, but, nothing's perfect. So that made me decide I'm going to get my Quest 2. I bought the Quest 2, had the same games, transferred them over. And I was having a blast. And that actually came with Resident Evil 4. Love that game, by the way. But yeah, first-person shooter, a little bit of adventure in there. And I talked before in the last video about Gun Club VR. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's right up my alley, what I like to do. The bowling game, I use Golf 5 E Club, which I kind of regret buying that game. It's a good game, but I should have got Golf Plus. That's the #1 game, and it apparently has a lot more good stuff to use on it. And I was happy with the Oculus 2 for a while. Then I'm like, well, the Oculus 3 came out, and I'm like, and it has the, what's it called? Mixed reality, where you can actually play the games in your room. You can see your room. You're not knocking over furniture, tripping over the dog or whatever, because you can see them in the headset. And if you notice the picture here, the headset for the Oculus 3 right here, it has the cameras in the front. There's 3 cameras in the front. One of them is a depth camera, so it can see your furniture. It basically reproduces your room, so you can see what you're bumping into. The Quest 2 tried to do it, but it was all in black and white. It worked better in the Quest 3. So that's the very first thing I noticed. The specific game, it was a App Lab zombie game I was playing where they actually come into your room. Pretty good game. I ended up getting Drop Dead, the Cabin. Drop Dead, the Cabin, which has a really good side game that you can play where the zombies actually come into your room. They climb through your windows. They change your windows and doors, and they actually come. You're actually sitting there fighting them. It's really good. And of course, if you see my other videos, I've done Drunken Bar Fight. So as far as just actual playing the game, the difference between Oculus 2 and Oculus 3 is definitely the graphics. The graphics are a lot more clearer. I could see them, getting older. I wear bifocals. It's kind of iffy. And the bifocals don't work for me in the Oculus Quest 3. So what I did is I used to work for an optician. I learned how to make glasses, and I've got like 4, 5, 8. I have 8 old pairs of glasses laying around. I took one of my older prescriptions and I put that on without the bifocals. And you know what? Because of the distance and everything, perfect. I can see crystal clear. And I like that. So I solved that problem myself. That's not a Quest 3 problem, though. It's a me problem. I was happy with the Quest 2 when I was playing it. The graphics were good enough. There's a bowling game, Forever Bowling, Forever Bowling, Forever Darts, Forever Cornhole, which I don't know, that game was kind of dumb. I'm in Pennsylvania, so we do play cornhole in the summer. And I just didn't like that one. And then they come out with Forever Pool, which I really like that. It took a little bit of getting used to. I like to shoot pool. I do shoot pool in real life. So I'm like, hey, let's try this. I'm still playing that game. I like it. Like I said, those are the kind of games I like to play. And I played that on the Quest 2, and I played it on the Quest 3. The Quest 3 is much better as far as clarity and the physics and the way things work. It's the same game, but it's just a little better. I guess because they have more memory, better graphics. That in combination is great. And of course, in the Quest 3, most of those games you can play in mixed reality mode, so you can actually have your room and have a bowling alley right down the middle of your room, or you can have the pool table right in the middle of your room. It kind of makes it more interesting. Now, like I said about the cameras, there's 3 cameras in the front of the Quest 3 right here, and there's 2 in the front of the Quest 2. Well, there's 4 actually, but they're different angles. The 3 on the Quest 3, one of them's a depth camera, which allows it to do the mixed reality. And when you're doing the mixed reality, it's in color. So it's very close to the room you're actually into. So you're not going to punch a wall. You're not going to trip over the dog. You're not going to knock your beautiful 4'9" wife on her butt whenever you're playing Drunken Bar Fight. But that's a whole other thing. Yeah, it happened. So that's the obvious difference right there. Also, the lenses on the Quest 2 only have 3 settings to set them aside like this. If your vision is really bad like mine, it's hard to get them good enough. Now, the Quest 3 has a little dial. If you know your pupil distance, which is how far your pupils are apart. In my case, my pupil distance is 67. But working for an optician, I learned that for close-up like that, aka bifocals, it's called a PD. My PD might be 67, but if I'm going to use bifocals, or in this case, the Quest 3, it should be 65. Take 2 off whatever you got. Boom. Perfect for me. Perfect for me. I'm sure it'll work for you too. So it makes it just better. And I don't get headaches. I was getting headaches from the Quest 2 because it wasn't, you had 3 settings, 1, 2, and 3. And you could get it in between the settings, but then it would click out, and that was a problem for me. That might not be a problem for you if your prescription isn't as bad as mine. And there are prescription lenses you can order and put in your Oculus 2 and 3 if, you choose to do so. I choose not to do that. I just put on whole glasses and play, and I'm good to go. The other difference is the head strap. A lot of people say, oh, I can't stand the head strap, and they go and they buy that big apparatus that goes on their head. Dude, for me, and I'm an old guy, and I will complain about it. I get headaches a lot anyway. The head strap on the Quest 3 is perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with it. The Quest 3 is a little lighter than the Quest 2. Now, the Quest 2 head strap, I would kind of get a sore neck after I played for, an hour or two. But, it's to be expected. I mean, it is what it is. But, if you don't like that, you can always get the head strap, and they have a battery pack you can put on the back too to keep you, so you have longer playing time. Me, I don't play that long. I play, I don't know, maybe a half hour at a time. Then I take a break, plug it back in to charge it, drink a beer, have a cigarette, take the dogs out, make a hamburger, whatever. But I don't really play more than a half an hour at a time. And then I'll go back to it after I take my break. So like I said, I'll play a total of maybe 2 hours a night if I'm doing it, but it's off and on half-hour clips. The controllers. I probably should have brought them down here. The controllers on the Quest 2 are, they're good. I never had a problem with them. I still have the controllers. They have the ring on the end of it, which is very easy to break, bumping into walls and stuff like that. Quest 3 got rid of that ring in the front. And as you can see here, that's what the Quest 3 controllers look like. I think they're a lot easier to use. Yeah, they're just better. You don't have that ring. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going to punch walls with it anyway, but it makes it kind of easier to, how can I describe it? It's just easier to hold. You don't have to worry about the rings. And the rings, I broke the rings on the Quest 1. I broke one of them on the Quest 2, had to get a new controller. The 3, I've been playing it for months now. I'm good. I'm not bumping it into things. You drop it, you break the ring. Like I said, I'm not going to do any gameplay tonight. I just wanted to talk about it. I guess the main question people might be asking is, okay, I already have a Quest 2, or I don't have one and I want one. I don't have a Quest 2 or 3. Well, what should I do? Should I get the Quest 3? Should I get the Quest 2? Well, my honest opinion is it depends on what kind of games you want to play. If you're into the mixed reality games like I was describing, where you can actually play the game and see your room, and you're in your room with a pool table in the middle of your room, a VR pool table, of course, it's not actually there. Or the bowling game where the bowling alley is right in the middle of your room and you can see everything so you don't bump into your furniture, then I would say get the Quest 3. The Quest 2 doesn't really do it as well, but they do have the mixed reality, but your room's going to be in black and white. If you can deal with that, and you're going to save a couple bucks, get the Quest 2. But I'm also thinking, since I'm enjoying this so much, that's why I got the Quest 3, because I'm like, I'm enjoying this so much, so I might as well just go ahead, spend the money, get the Quest 3, and play it now, because it's going to update. Quest 1, you can't get games anymore for it, unless they were actual Quest 1 games. You can't play a Quest 3 game. Case in point, Forever Pool. You can't play that on a Quest 1. It just doesn't work. So, and any other game that's going to come out is going to be just way too high graphics, and it's just not going to work on a 1. It'll work on a 2 for now, but eventually Meta's going to get rid of that too. So if you have the money, spend the extra $100, get the Quest 3. So my overall review is I do like the Quest 3 better than the Quest 2, and better than the Quest 1. So they've done a good job as far as I'm concerned. Some people disagree with me. They jump up its butt with a microscope and say, oh, well, this, that, and the other, and all these technicalities. Why are you looking at it that deep? Just play the games. You play the games, you have fun. I don't get why people have to get so technical about it. One thing I did notice, and this is going to be my final thing about it. One thing I did notice is because I still have all three, I booted up the Quest 1, which is actually my wife's, and I was trying to play Beat Saber and a few other games, and I realized it's archaic. So I can't go back from a 3 back to the 1. I just can't, because I'm used to the functions that I've learned about the 3, and there's more functions coming. They update it all the time. They just dropped a big update that made all the panels and the windows just different, and I really like it. I mean, I feel like Tony Stark sitting there going like, woo, 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 woo. And the hand tracking, which I didn't even talk about. Obviously, I use my hands a lot, so I use the hand tracking in a lot of the games. It's just hard to go back. It's kind of like if you've been watching my other videos, I've been playing Fallout 4 a lot. Again, I went back the other day and tried to play Fallout 3. I figured, all right, I'll start a Fallout 3 game. Maybe some people were, playing Fallout 3, and people are playing a Fallout 3. But I'm looking for the functions and stuff that are in Fallout 4, and they're not there. And it's just like, it's frustrating. So I don't think you can go backwards. I'm just saying. Anyway, my overall opinion about the Oculus 3, if you're thinking about getting it, you're Gen X, or you want to have some fun with some games, hey, go for it. I endorse it. I enjoy playing mine. Told you what kind of games I like to play. Hopefully you like the same kind of games. If not, let me know in the comments what kind of games you like to play. And, hey, maybe I'll find a new game to play that you suggested. All right, like I said, short as I can make it tonight. You guys have a good night. I hope you didn't blow your hands off. I did have a pack of firecrackers go off in my hand tonight, but thank God for Chef Calluses, because I'm good. I'm good. My wife was all worried. She wanted to take me. She wanted to call an ambulance. I'm like, no, we don't have to call an ambulance. She wanted to take me to the emergency room. No, I got a little Bernie burn. But I'll be perfectly fine. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.